What can we create if we use some nice light pens, craft paper, some pigment liner, and watercolors? Unfortunately, not this setup, because I switched to my gouache set. But we will create a beautiful, romantic, aesthetic-looking bullet journal setup for February. If you want to see how I did that, stay tuned. Hi, hello, and welcome to another Plan With Me video here on my Design and Lettering channel. My name is Miri, and if you're here to set up your bullet journal with me, make sure to have your favorite stationeries ready. You don't need to have the exact ones that I have, just make sure you have fun. And let's get ready. As I said, I used some light beige and pink Crayolas and markers, some craft paper, pigment liner, and of course my Himi gouache set. I also have this paper which I colored in with coffee. First I used that paper and cut out an envelope, or the form of an envelope, and glued it in. Next, I used a normal pencil and sketched out where I want to be. And I just lightly sketched that in. And while I sketched that in, I noticed that I can't color it in with my watercolors because of the beige craft paper. So that is why I decided to use gouache instead. I used a beige color and a ochre color from my Crayola set to paint in the middle of the daisies. And with the Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen in pale pink, I colored in the petals. Then I took out my gouache set, and I had some mixture on this plate left from my setup, from my yearly setup, and thought the color is just perfect for this theme. I used my Faber-Castell brush in the size 12, and quickly painted a loose flower. I think it's kind of a poppy, maybe. It's just a nice little loose flower. Then I mixed some more violet in that mix to have a little bit of a different shade, and painted some more wildflowers here and there. As you can see, I really painted some really loose flowers and had some fun. I filled the envelope with the flowers. I've put in some roses. And filled the space with some more wildflowers. After that, I mixed a green mixture and colored in the stems and leaves. By the way, if you like this video so far, make sure to subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and turn the notification bell on. Thank you! I went overboard with that in the middle of the envelope, which I didn't really like, but we used gouache, so I fixed that later on by painting over another flower, which turned out to be perfect because I kind of used the rule of 3 here, and I painted another daisy there. So I connected the daisies at the top with the one at the bottom. With my jelly roll in the size 10, I lined the envelope with incomplete lines. And then it was time for my quote. For that, I designed that again on my iPad and printed it out. With a really soft pencil, I painted the back of that. And traced it into my bullet journal. With my smallest pigment liner in the size 005, I wrote the not so important words. And with this Faber-Castell marker, it's a metallic one, and I really liked the color of it, and that I used for the words flower and bloom. And then with this beige Staedtler Crayola, I wrote the middle part. And the word courage I wrote with the Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen in the color beige red. And then I used that Staedtler pen again to create some kind of a border. For the February title, I used this sticky notes craft paper. Then it was time to cut the pages again to create a Dutch door. With my Tombow N89, I think, I can't really read the numbers, I created this checkered design in the corners. I felt the corners were a bit empty, and then I put in that checkered design, and I really liked the look of that. It's light, it's settled, it's really romantic. Perfect for this theme. What do you think? And that's it for the front page. Let's move on to the next page, which is my calendar page. With a Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen in beige red, I wrote the title. I wrote the title in a flourished font. Then I used the Pit Artist pen in pale pink to outline the colander. Then I used this Faber-Castell marker again. I wrote the weekdays with a pigment liner. and mark the spaces for the days. Then I cut the side of that page as well. And decided to glue there some lace in. Well, we want to go full romantic here, so I thought that would fit that perfectly. And I love it. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that because it's my setup that I designed here, but yeah, well, sometimes you can be proud of the stuff you are creating, right? I painted some loose flowers on the bottom here to decorate the page a bit. And in the last weeks, I'm really addicted to this loose flower style. It's like doodling with watercolor or with a brush. You really need to try that. It's really fun. And you can create beautiful designs and artworks. I posted some of that on my Instagram channel, so if you're curious about that, go check that out on my Instagram account. Next, I wanted to incorporate some of the washi tapes I got from eBay, and I really love this set, and it's perfect for this setup because it's full of flowers and romantic designed washi tapes. I will put the link to their account in the info box, so check that out if you're interested in these. And yeah, I didn't like the heart there, so with the washi tape that was perfect. Then I put in the left corner that checker design as well. And that's it for my calendar page. Let's move on to my habit tracker and content planner. I cut out some stripes for the headers. Glued them in. And yeah, I searched for that last piece for I don't know how long until I found it on my hoodie. Then I used this Faber-Castell metallic marker for the first letter of the headers and wrote the rest with the Pit Artist pen in beige red. With the light pink one, I marked the lines for the tracker. And with my Tombow, I lined every second line for my health tracker. The same I did for the content planner, and for the note section under the content planner, I used that checkered design again. I wrote the headers of the habit trackers with the pigment liner, which are sport, go for a walk, dog training, and Instagram. And wrote the titles for the content planner site, which are video status and notes. Unfortunately, I painted this beautiful, cute little flower bouquet on some envelopes there in the right bottom corner. But somehow my cameras didn't film that. So I'm really sorry about that. And as the left bottom corner was a bit empty, I decided to put there some washi tape again. And that's it for the content planner and habit tracker page. Let's create my weeklies. I cut out 2 pages to create this Dutch door weekly style that I love and rounded the corners. I used this checkered design again for some. As well as marked every second line with the pale pink Pit Artist pen, as you can see here. And for the last columns, I used the beige Crayola. I wrote February with my pigment liner and put a mini calendar under that. I marked the header with the beige red Pit Artist pen, as well as wrote the word week under my daily spread. I marked a line for notes and on the other side for to-dos. And lined the space under the notes with my Tombow. Then I took out my alphabet stamps and stamped the week numbers. I compared the O's and decided I use that O with the 2 dots because that was the biggest O I had. I really like the alphabet stem set, but the O's are kind of strange. They are really small compared to some other letters. So yeah. To decorate that page, I sketched out another flower bouquet on the corner, on the bottom corner, and colored the flowers again with the gouache mix. Again, I painted some loose flowers, some wildflowers, some roses, and only used these muted light colors. Then I painted the stems and put in some leaves here and there. Then I wanted to try out these stems that I bought ages ago. Yeah, I wasn't so sure if I liked that, and I didn't at the end. And I tried to fix that first with my Jelly Roll pen, but that didn't work. And then I used this masking tape, but it was empty after a bit. Yeah. So I decided to use these papers again and glued them over to fix the mistakes. And I'm happy about that because that design I like much better. Then I created my shopping list. And colored the side tabs with the beige red Pit Artist pen and the metallic marker. For the right side, I sketched out some envelopes, aligned them with the pigment liner, and hated it. But I decided to glue some of these washies over that and found this one which I felt was perfect. And that's it. Let's flip through the pages we created. How do you find that design? Do you like this romantic February setup? Or would you have loved a more Valentine-y setup? Let me know in the comments. And with that, I wish you a wonderful day and hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!